It's when I'm just trying to do my job and they end up getting mad at me.
I'd say it's when customers come in here and expect me to know the answer to every question they have about everything.
The customers who frustrate me the most are the ones who haven't got the foggiest idea in the world what they even want.
Are the people who just call up and expect me to get them out of some tangled mess, just like that.
The people who make me crazy are the ones who can't seem to follow the most simple instructions.
Good morning, may I help you?
I hope so. You guys bounced my rent check even though I specifically deposited money last Tuesday in order to cover it. And on top of that, you're hitting me with some $70 overdraft fee.
So you wrote the check the day after you made the deposit?
Yeah, I had to pay my rent.
I'm sorry, but it looks like a hold was placed on this deposit, and bank policy is that these funds needed to be verified before you can draw on them.
But the money was in the bank. I mean, how can you bounce my check if the money was in the bank?
Because the deposit hadn't cleared yet. I'm sorry, it's bank policy. There isn't anything I can do.
Great. You know, there's something I can do. Move my money to another bank that doesn't take advantage of people that are just trying to pay their rent.
I have to follow policy, right? That's my job. I get it. My problem is that I do that and still nobody's happy. The customer isn't happy, the bank isn't happy, and I sure am not happy when somebody's yelling at me and walks out. So I talked to one of the other tellers, and she told me something that I thought was really useful. She said this job isn't about telling people why we can't help them. It's about trying to figure out how we can. She showed me how I could have helped that guy whose check bounced without breaking any policies.
On top of that, you're hitting me with some $70 overdraft fee.
Let me see what I can do. First, I would try to learn a little bit more about this customer and his problem. I see you've had an account with us for over a year now, and this is the first time it's happened.
Yeah, that's right.
If there was anything I could do to help him out within policy, I would do it. Well, first thing I can do is waive this overdraft fee. That way, you'll have enough in the account for your rent check to clear.
That'd be great, thanks.
Then if I could, I would suggest ways to keep the same problem from happening again. Do you know that you can get overdraft protection on this account?
No, what's that?
You get a credit card with the bank. If a check is going to bounce, we use a credit card. It saves you $70.
That's great.
Let me give you an application.
Thank you so much. Hey, I really appreciate you taking the time to help me out with this.
Just doing my job. Now when a customer brings a problem to me, I look at it as my problem too, and I do whatever I can to fix it. That not only makes the customer happier, it makes me happier. Believe me, it's a lot more satisfying to spend the day helping people than apologizing.
I cannot believe this place. Excuse me, could you help me?
Sure, what's the problem?
I'm looking for some glue to fix a cracked drain pipe in my bathroom.
You might want to try the plumbing department, aisle 17.
No, I don't want plumbing, I need pipe glue.
Well, if we have pipe glue, that's where it would be.
Why is it so hard to find anything in this store? It is so frustrating.
Ma'am, plumbing department's that way. What am I supposed to do? It's not my department, right? Well, she didn't go to the plumbing department. She left the store. I didn't help her, and I didn't help this store. It made me think, what the heck am I doing? People come in here looking for help, and after they talk to me, they head for the door. That's not good. There's gotta be something I could have done.
I'm looking for some glue to fix a cracked drain pipe in my bathroom.
First off, even though what she wanted was not in my aisle, I wouldn't just send her off to somebody else. I'd stop what I was doing and try to help her out. What exactly is the problem with your pipe?
Well, it's cracked and there's water dripping out underneath my sink.
Do you know if it's plastic or metal?
It's plastic.
Once I got a sense of what her problem was, I'd give her what advice I could. Well, we don't have any glue that works specifically for pipes. Here's something that might work, but in the long run, you'd be better off just replacing the whole drain pipe.
How would I go about doing that?
Well, I'm not a plumbing expert, but if I didn't have an answer, then I'd personally take her to someone who did. Why don't I take you over to the plumbing department? Let's see what they suggest.
I really appreciate you taking the time to help.
Oh, my pleasure. Right this way. Now, when a customer comes up to me, that's my customer. If what they want is in another part of the store, I take them there. If I can't answer their questions, I find somebody who can. Sure, it's a little more work, but at the end of the day, it makes me feel like I'm doing something useful. Instead of just adding to people's problems, I'm actually helping them out.
Next. How can I help you?
By fixing this mess, I am having a problem getting a driver's license with my new married name on it. Keep getting notices saying the name of my temporary license doesn't match my name with Social Security, even though it does.
Well, do you have your temporary license?
Yes. This has been going on for 6 months. I call, I